The deadly incident that took place in Minnesota yesterday occurred as a result of a larger, sinister, left-wing movement.
They have a right to defend themselves against organized terrorist activities.
I haven't heard any proof yet of organized terrorist activities.
These were, it appears to be, paid agitators.
Do you have a job?
Shame! I'm getting paid right now!
We are back on Dave Lyle Boulevard in Rock Hill. It is Saturday, January 10th, 2026. Are you writing the right date on all of your checks? Are you still writing checks? I don't write checks anymore. Back on Dave Lyle Boulevard, it is the ice out version of our No Kings protest. What a week. We're back. We're going to meet a candidate. We're going to meet Mallory Dittmer, who is out here, a candidate for Congress for the 5th District, which includes all of York County and a bunch of surrounding territory, and a whole bunch of other people. Talk to them and see what they're doing, and also find out about this being a domestic terrorist, because I want to get in on that, because I think there's some money in that for me.
I'm getting paid right now!
Oh yeah, this is the York County Democratic Party's YouTube show and podcast. We call it YCDP TV. We have a candidate. Who the heck are you? Because I can't tell from the top of your hat.
Hi everyone, I'm Mallory Dittmer. I'm running for Congress to replace Ralph Norman, and I'm so glad to be out here with this great crowd to really stand up for what's right, stand up for our country, our democracy. I truly believe that we are one team, one dream, and the more people that kind of wake up to what's going on, the more likely we are to turn the tide here. We have got to change things. This was a turning point week for the nation.
This is a hell of a week.
It was a hell week, truly. And I think people are truly waking up to the fact that this government has different plans than a lot of people thought. It's very authoritarian playbook across the board, and I think some of us have seen that in the way what went down in Minneapolis, which was absolutely horrifying, and then watching our Secretary of Homeland Security, our president, our vice president come out with statements before an investigation was even done. You know, the FBI refusing to work with the Minneapolis police on an investigation. We all could see with our own eyes and own ears what happened in that video. And I mean, we have been fighting ICE for a long time here and what's been happening, but this was another reason to get out today. It's so important.
You were getting very polished on the stump speech stuff.
I am?
You're getting very polished. I'm shouting
good.
Because I can hear her. She can't hear me.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good.
You're getting very polished on the stump speech.
Great.
Why did you decide to run for Congress?
So I decided to run for Congress for one very simple reason. My husband and I both, we do not recognize the country we're raising our kids in. And that has become more and more true every single day. And this week it hit a high. We can't live like this. We want to leave a nation that we grew up with our kids, right? And actually, not even that, a better nation for our kids. And we are seeing things go backwards and get really scary really fast. And this is just, we both feel like, because this was a family decision to run. Running for Congress is a very big deal. We're putting ourselves out there in a very, very hard time. And ultimately, though, my husband and I both want to be able to tell our kids that we did everything we could in this truly historic moment, America's 250th year, where this is going to be a very decisive election on where we go from here.
Tell me how you felt when you took the first actual step after making the decision. Was it like scary, empowering?
You know what? When I started to tell people, it was incredibly empowering. I wasn't sure the reaction I would get. And I've had people break down in tears to say thank you for giving me hope. And that is, I will never forget that. I feel like it is such an honor and such a responsibility to give people hope. And I'm going to see that through, because we have to hold on to our hope. This was a week, was it Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, the day after the Minneapolis shooting? I had a hard time getting going. I really didn't feel well. I was just down in the dumps. And it just, you feel like giving up sometimes because things are really hard and really scary, and we're putting our family out there. But then I did. I got up, I got out into my community, and it's a reminder of how important it is when we come together like we are today. And so, yeah, that first moment, sorry to go off on a tangent, but that first moment was very empowering and made me feel like, okay, and it's happened again and again and again every day. So thank you for all of you who support me.
Let's do some basic civics. You are running for Congress.
Yes.
United States Congress.
Correct.
South Carolina 5th District.
That's right.
Not everybody even understands what that is.
Yes. So this is the U.S. House of Representatives, okay? So Ralph Norman's seat, he is what they call one of the most conservative members of Congress. I want to go in and put someone who really cares about the people and not any political agenda. You can ask anybody. I am not a party first politician. I really care about the people. I don't have an agenda. I'm not bought by anybody, anything like that. So I want to go in and represent you. So that way, when things like this are going on, and all of us are dying to see Congress hold this administration accountable, you'll have someone in your corner who will do that. You'll have someone in your corner who's actually going to fight for what you need and not what a party's telling you to do. My opponent in November is truly going to be a continuation of exactly what we're seeing here today, because he is quoted saying he agrees with everything that Trump does, and he is absolutely a part of that wing of the far-right Republican Party that just has an agenda that doesn't necessarily include you or I, right?
Ralph Norman is not running.
Correct.
So it's an open seat.
That's right.
This
So-
is an unusual year because things are coming down on those guys.
That's right.
Now we're in South Carolina. We know where we are. How do you deal with the fact that you know where you are?
Yeah. Well, I believe, especially in the 5th District, but really across the state of South Carolina, that we are far more purple than people give us credit for. There are a lot of us who are unhappy. I've met so many Republicans on the trail who do not recognize their party anymore. And so Ralph Norman's not running again for Congress. This is an open seat for the first time in a decade, which was a huge part of the reason I decided now is the time to jump in and run. It is a huge opportunity for us to really make some ground in South Carolina this year, and especially in the 5th District. So get out, help us, volunteer, donate. This is our time, and it could not be at a bigger moment in our country's history.
Now we do have a primary to get through. You do have opposition in the primary, one person at least. What differentiates you? I'll say his name, I won't make you, Andy Clow. What differentiates you?
So what differentiates me from my primary opponent, one, I have been working in politics and advocacy here locally and at the state level for several years now, and I've been successful with it. I've been managing campaigns and have helped my candidates win campaigns. I know how to win over independent and not far-right Republican voters, which we're going to need in order to do this. And I also just have connections. I've raised a lot of money, and my opponent has not raised the $5,000 he needs to file for the FEC deadline, or for the FEC, and he's been in this for 6 months. I announced on October 1st, and so while I absolutely appreciate him getting in the race and putting himself out there, I do feel I'm just a more,
I'll say it, serious
candidate. Yes.
And Andy, you're welcome to come on. I hope you do at some point and discuss why you're a serious candidate. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's getting out there. I see stuff.
He's getting out there. He is. I would just, yeah.
Let me follow up on what you said about having to get the folks in the middle and the folks on the not too far right, because we can't do it by ourselves.
We can't.
They can't do it by themselves. Their base.
Yep.
Everybody needs that middle.
That's right.
This is a time to get the middle. This is an unusual opportunity.
Yes, like I said, people are waking up. I've been having meet and greets all over the district. I just had one this morning in Chester County. I tell everyone, If your neighbor, your friend, whoever is not a die-hard MAGA, invite them. I want to talk to independents. I want to talk to Republicans. I actually have a meet and greet specifically with Republicans in, I think it's a week, 2 weeks in Lake Wiley, where I want to hear from them and what their concerns are. They're concerned about how things are going, but they're also concerned about flipping who they vote for in November. So I want to hear from them. I'm happy to talk to anyone. I feel like we all have so much more in common than we realize. And so it really is important to me that we open this campaign up to anyone who is exhausted right now and just needs to see some change.
What kind of turnouts are you getting at your meet and greets?
I mean, it varies, but the meet and greets especially have been really great. 40 people, I feel like, is a good average, sometimes a little less, but it's been really refreshing to see. And that we're gaining momentum. As the campaign's gone on, they're getting bigger and bigger, people donating more and more. And so I've been learning a lot. I feel like every time I go, I feel like I've polished my speech a little more, and this is my first time as a candidate.
Don't get too polished.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't do that. As a campaign manager, I always told everyone, every candidate, you have to run an authentic campaign. You've got to run a campaign that at the end of the day, win or lose, you're going to be proud of because you stay true to who you are, you stay true to your values, you told the truth, and so I'm just kind of that by default. Can't ever get too polished.
The campaign season is really just kind of getting started, right?
Yes, in a way, but things have people, my Republican opponent, he announced back in July. My primary opponent announced back in June. These things are starting earlier and earlier because unfortunately it costs so much money to run for office. And the reason for that in this case, District 5 is massive, spanning all the way from Spartanburg County to Sumter County. We've got 500,000 voters in the district, and I've got to raise money to reach hundreds of thousands of them. And so while fundraising is the absolute least favorite part of this whole experience, that's a big reason why we got to start early.
If you get elected, I understand the fundraising begins the day you get in and never stops.
Yes. Well,
which is
especially
sad.
For the House, because you have to campaign every 2 years.
Yep.
And so I would love to end things like Citizens United and really have election reform and campaign reform make progress there when I'm elected, because this is ridiculous. You should not have to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in some cases, to run for office.
Okay, a little more civics. Mm-hmm. The primary is when?
The primary is June 9th. Mark your calendars.
Not February.
Not February.
Not the first in the nation primary. What happened to that?
That's right. Well, that's for a presidential, and so that's not this year, which that helps us, honestly.
But it confuses people, right?
It confuses people. And honestly, people are less likely to turn out for a midterm. So that can help us, because if we get really organized and really spread the word, then we can overwhelm the polls in a positive way.
All right, any last words? I'm out of questions.
No real last words other than I appreciate this community so much. Please, if you have not come out to an event or you're not following me on social media, please do so. We are super plugged in. We're getting all over the district, and I want to meet you. I really want to meet you if I haven't already. So please reach out, and I hope to see you soon.
Where do we find you online?
DittmerForCongress.com is my website. And then I'm on Facebook at Mallory Dittmer for Congress, and on Instagram, Dittmer for Congress. Basically all the social media, you can find me there as well.
Where do we find you on Truth Social?
You don't find me on Truth Social.
That's my last
Sorry
joke.
to see. And you'll find an account on X. You won't find much activity on X. I apologize for that too, but you know.
You do the blue sky?
Blue Sky, I'm getting there. I'm bringing on a whole host of interns soon, and so we're going to ramp up TikTok, Blue Sky, some of the other platforms as well.
Yeah. You know, my main interest in all this is so I can go visit in D.C., go to a congressman's office, and they say, Gary, come in.
I promise you, that will happen.
I'll see you there.
2027, we got this, Gary.
I'll see you there. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
It is a little windy, and the radar shows a line of moderate rain scheduled to arrive just after the protest begins at about 2 o'clock. Okay, you got a bunch of stickers here. What do they mean?
They mean fuck Donald Trump.
The people are sticking them everywhere.
Everywhere. Stop signs in your MAGA neighborhoods is great.
Okay, tell me what's on your sign.
It says, "End Trump's oil war and fuck ICE." And on the
good.
other side, it says, "We are sick of his shit." Which we are. So, let's get him out.
And FTD. FDT. FTD is some flower thing.
Yeah, that's flowers.
You guys are staking your territory early.
Yes, thank
Let's go see what's your sign going to tell me.
you. Go read it.
We are all immigrants. Be aware, we are everywhere. Viva los inmigrantes.
Very good.
Okay, give me the interpretation.
It says, Chinga immigration and Chinga MAGA. Chinga means fuck.
There's a lot of that going around today.
Yeah. I carry this at every rally because these are the people that gave me the right to have my First Amendment.
Who is that from?
The veterans. Oh,
Yeah.
a friend of mine passed away. He came back from Vietnam. Like 2 months later, he killed himself because of the depression or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But that's me. I carry this at every rally.
And the family gave you its flag.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, the thing about it is, you know, people forget who earned our right to be demonstrate, be out here. People forgot that, you know, and we need that. We need to remember. That's the thing. People don't remember no more. A lot of these young kids don't even know what Vietnam was. They don't realize how people were drafted to go to war. You know, not even, they didn't choose to go. They were told to go.
The MAGA folks say we're not patriotic.
The MAGA people really, they're the ones that are trying to steal our flag, tell them that, saying that the American flag belongs to them. It doesn't belong to MAGA. No, in fact, MAGA is just a small minority of a bunch of cruel people. They're cruel, they're awful. Shame on them.
Tell me about your sign.
Okay, this is Renee Nicole Good. Sorry, I get nervous. She was murdered Wednesday by an ICE agent. And that is, I don't understand why we let these violent people do this kind of work. If they could only take these people, the undocumented workers or migrants, and do it gently. Do it, well, okay, not gently, but do it in a way
Humanely.
that doesn't tear families apart and do that sort of thing. And what Trump is doing to ruin this world is, and our relationship to the countries around the world is just crazy. Can I show you the other side?
Please.
And this more than ever. ICE agents and 47 out now.
I know you highlight these peaceful protests on your show regularly. Do you think they do any good? Do you think that anything comes from them?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I do.
You guys come for the protest?
No, we came for the museum, but we honked as we came by. And it's good for them to be able to see people exercising their rights and talking about things that are very important to us. Can you say hi?
Hi.
You say everybody should have equal rights?
Equal rights?
Equal rights, yeah.
Making of the chicken.
Yep.
It's coming.
Disappearing into your chicken costume.
I know, I was trying to figure out if it was going to be too windy for it today.
Yeah, you could get blown away.
That's okay.
So this is what it looks like when one is born.
Well, this isn't graceful. You should not be recording this part.
You know, this does answer a question. Which comes first,
The hormonal woman. That's what comes first.
I guess I'll let the audience make up the rest of the
Oh
joke.
God, Gary, this is not nice to old women.
My wife would agree with you. Okay, here you go.
Here I go.
And now the air.
The air, it'll come eventually.
Oh, okay, so it's blowing up now.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Always a million things to remember.
Much more comfortable all blown up, I guess.
Oh, it's significantly better, yes.
Yeah, and so it's what, in the mid-70s right now?
Yeah.
And let me check the calendar.
Yeah.
It's July.
Gary's here! Hi.
Okay, talk to me.
I will talk to you. What do you want me to talk about?
What are we doing here?
Hanging out? I'm just kidding. I'm not hanging out. I'm protesting.
All right, let me see today's sign.
It's an old one. I was a slacker and did not make a new one.
Okay,
but
so
I thought it still applied.
read it, because there's an audio audience too. Can you read it?
If ignorance is peace, pretend we didn't say never again. It's a quote from an Ice Nine Kills song. I think that I've told you about them before.
I've seen them.
Yeah. They're
Right.
your jam.
Only one side?
There is another side. It's like, you know me. This one I technically did not put the quote correct. It's supposed to say, I refuse to bow down. I'll stand until my legs break.
No, never heard of them. So my question now is, assuming that Donald Trump is right, and I have every confidence in him, and you are well-paid, domestic-trained terrorists, how well does that pay? What if I get into this thing? What am I in for?
I would pay to do this. I would literally pay to come out here and protest against the Trump administration, and have been since 2017.
So you're not being paid to do this?
George Soros has yet to send me a check. Have you gotten one?
It takes a lot more money to make posters than it does to sit at home, so.
We recycle them though.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're trained domestic terrorists.
Nope, the only thing I am is trained by the U.S. Army to protect and defend our Constitution. That's what I'm doing.
I'm assuming that you are a paid domestic terrorist, well trained, and I'm just wondering, if I get in on this, how much I might make.
I assume that's a joke.
You are a well-known, highly paid, well-trained domestic terrorist.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Finally, I found one. I wanted to get in on that and make some money.
That $0 check that I get all the time. Wow, that
With Donald
really.
Trump's signature on it?
Yeah, no, it really pays
Like
the
the
bills.
pubic hair?
Really pays the bills.
It's a secret. You just gotta be in the know.
I'm not getting paid.
I'm getting paid right now.
I've got bad news for you. I got that on camera.
No, you didn't.
It started a little slow. It ramped up and got pretty full. We've seen it bigger, but it got pretty full before the day ended. Haven't seen any TV media out here besides me. But they've been around other areas in Charlotte. I'm sure you've seen it on the news if you watch the news. And so let's wrap this one up, and we'll be back as much as we can with YCDP TV. Until then, over and out. Oh yeah, and the sun came out. It never rained.